मैदान में विधानसभा के चुनाव, लोकसभा के चुनाव चोरी किए जा रहे हैं।
Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy.
वोट चोर, गद्दी चोर करके आपने अच्छा लंबा चौड़ा भाषण भी दिया, पर यहाँ पे तेलंगाना में आपकी सरकार जो है आज वही काम कर रही है।
I am very upbeat on India, boldness with which they do things that others are telling them not possible.
Viewers, good evening. We have to dismantle tonight the grand illusion of the so-called grand old party, the Congress. Viewers, the fakery that has been Rahul Gandhi's trademark has now been laid bare from polling booths to the boardrooms, from elections to the economy. The rude reality is hitting home hard. Viewers, Rahul Gandhi's narratives are crumbling like a house of cards. An house of cards in a monsoon wind, if you will. Let me begin with vote chori, viewers. The vote chori farce has boomeranged and how on the Congress party. Rahul Gandhi's own weapon has been turned against him. Remember Rahul Gandhi waving the copy of the constitution, screaming vote chori, slamming the BJP. He had claimed massive frauds in Karnataka, Maharashtra, even Bihar, alleging over a lack of stolen votes in one seat alone. He had accused the Election Commission of being in BJP's pocket. He vowed to fight this crime against democracy with every breath. And look what has happened, viewers. The BRS in Telangana has pointed fingers straight at Rahul Gandhi's Congress party and its machinery. KTR has accused Congress of a scandal that makes Rahul Gandhi's ranks look tame. 23,000 fake voters padded into the rolls since 2023. 43 names registered at a single apartment. Even minors handed over IDs illegally by Congress candidate Naveen Yadav. Viewers, KTR's challenge to Rahul Gandhi is very simply this. He says, you fought the alleged voter theft in Bihar. What about your own party's daylight murder of democracy in Telangana? Viewers, Rahul Gandhi is yet to respond. We will have to wait to see what he says. But let me now turn the attention to economy, where Rahul Gandhi's doomsday prophecy lies in tatters. Just months ago, Rahul Gandhi echoed Donald Trump's statement to declare Indian economy as dead. He blamed Adani Modi cronyism, as they say, Modani. He blamed demonetization. He slammed the floor GST, etc., etc. Viewers, the IMF is answering Rahul Gandhi. IMF has just upped India's growth forecast to a robust 6.6% for 2025, calling us the fastest growing major economy on earth, defying tariffs and trade winds. Even with Trump's tariff threats, viewers, India is powering ahead, solid, resilient, unstoppable. Add to it Google pouring a whopping $15 billion into a massive AI data center hub in Andhra Pradesh. This will be Google's biggest bet outside America, creating lakhs of jobs and cementing India as the AI capital of the future. You have Microsoft, Amazon, they are all in, flooding us with billions because, viewers, under Prime Minister Modi, the economy is not dead. It's mazboot, strong as ever. This is the rude reality check Rahul Gandhi and ecosystem cannot dodge anymore, viewers. His vote chori try has been countered with Telangana's fraud-ridden booths. Obviously, courtesy KTR and BRS, his dead economy claim is drowned out by IMF's cheer and Google's endorsement. Viewers, India is voting with confidence, growing with conviction. And let me just say this, Rahul Gandhi is left holding the empty bag of his own fakery. If anything is dead, viewers, it is Rahul Gandhi's narratives, nothing else.
इनकी आखिरी साजिश ये है कि बिहार में SIR करके नए वोटरों को जोड़कर, वोटरों को काटकर ये बिहार का चुनाव चोरी करें। और मैं और हम सब स्टेट से आपको कहने आए हैं कि हम इन्हें ये चुनाव चोरी नहीं करने देंगे।
राहुल गांधी जी से कहना चाहता हूं, आप संविधान को पकड़ के बिहार में एक यात्रा भी आपने किया। आपने बार बार कहा कि एसआईआर जो है बहुत नाइंसाफी है बिहार की जनता के साथ। वोट चोर गद्दी चोर करके आपने अच्छा लंबा चौड़ा भाषण भी दिया, पर यहां पे तेलंगाना में आपकी सरकार जो है आज वही काम कर रही है। यहां पे तो चोर वोट डलवाने की कोशिश कर रही है।
Everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact.
I am very upbeat on India because of this boldness with which they do things that others are telling them not possible.
You heard the claim and the counter. Let's open this up. Tuhin Sinha, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Krishant Manne is the national spokesperson of the BRS. We have Professor Akhil Swamiji, Nikhil Jain, Dr. Piyush Joshi, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. And who else? Dr. Ranganathan completes the panel. Nikhil, should I start with you or would you complain if I did?
As you wish, Pranesh, you're the anchor. I only ask you to be fair. The rest of it is your choice.
Okay. Then let me start by asking you a simple question. Is the Indian economy dead? The IMF says no. Congress is now being accused of vote chori. What is your message to Rahul Gandhi?
Pranesh, my message to Rahul Gandhi is that as the leader of opposition of the Lok Sabha, you are raising the right issues and keep on raising them. It was Rahul Gandhi who's been saying since 2017 that the implementation of the GST was botched up, but the idea of GST has been a fabulous idea, an idea, by the way, which was mulled by the UPA government, which the UPA government tried to bring in, and at that point of time, the most vociferous opposition came from the BJP and Narendra Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat himself. It is the Congress party that has been asking since at least the pandemic that you should be giving consumption side measures, you should be implementing consumption side measures to fix the economy and not supply side measures. And finally the government has listened thanks to the magic of 240, and for the first time they've come out with a consumption side measure, which the IMF chief praised when she said when you reduce the indirect taxes, that's a consumption side measure. What the government was doing was a supply side measure earlier. So far as the allegations of vote choris are concerned, I've been saying that on your show for the past 2 months. Every single party, every single relevant party in the country has been making these same allegations, whether it's the Congress, the BJP, and now you have the BRS adding to the fold. I think.
Yeah, but the BRS is, you see the difference here, Nikhil, is very simply this: the BRS is accusing Rahul Gandhi's Congress party of vote chori. And then you said the magic of 240. Have you forgotten? Rahul Gandhi said मोदी मस्ट लीव इज गद्दी क्योंकि वोट चोरी हुई थी, तो ये मैजिक ऑफ 240 कहां से आ गया? ये तो समर ऑफ 69 जैसा है. मैजिक ऑफ 240, इफ द पोल्स वर स्टोलन, तो मैजिक ऑफ 240 कहां से आ गया?
Magic of 240, आधा magic है. Rahul Gandhi is trying to do the full magic.
Okay.
The magic that the people of India intended to do in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, had it not been for the unfair practices, electoral malpractices of the BJP, this wouldn't be the magic of 240. This would be the magic of 160. Narendra Modi would not be the Prime Minister of the country. And
you see, polls are one minute. If magicians won polls, PC Sarkar would be the Prime Minister. You have to get the mandate. Magic does not help. Nikhil, listen to what Akhil Swamiji has to say over and above what you've said. Professor Swami, sir, ना इकोनॉमी डेड है, ना वोट चोरी हो रही है. अगर वोट चोरी हो तो कांग्रेस कर रही है, ऐसा बीआरएस का कहना है. इसको कैसे देखते हैं आप?
देखिए, I will explain as to what is dead economy, what is vibrant economy, and then you can take your own call. See, a vibrant economy and dead economy, the difference is that UK, Germany, France, Japan and India have the same economic size, around $4 trillion. Their
population is around 20 crores. Our population is 140 crores. So when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister of India, the average GDP growth was 7.1% and the loan was 1/5 of what it is today. So the loans have increased 5 times and the GDP has slowed down. And the economies which are 20 crores population is producing the same amount of quantity of goods what we are producing with 140 crores. So a dead economy, vibrant economy, you can take it your own call.
प्रोफेसर स्वामी, आपने जैसे बोलना शुरू किया डॉक्टर रंगनाथन सीरियसली सुनने लगे. उनको लगा अब आप कुछ ऐसा बोलेंगे जो सुन के ऑब्वियसली जवाब वो उनको तैयार करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन मैं बिफोर आई गेट इनटू दिस डेड इकोनॉमी, वाइब्रेंट इकोनॉमी, आई वांट टू रिमाइंड आवर व्यूअर्स and also remind you what you had said about dead economy, dead democracy and vibrant democracy. According to you, Indian democracy is dead because you had said, aapko yaad hoga, that till such time that the Gandhis win polls with a margin of over 10 lakhs, the democracy in India is dead. Sir, if this is your definition of democracy, thriving, vivid, whatever, then God help our cause. I don't know who to turn to. The doctor has his hand up. Bataiye, sir. No, Dr. Ranganathan, he is not done. Professor Swami is saying something. एक सुन लेते हैं इनको.
देखिए प्रणेश, मुझे लगता है कि आप एक मैच्योर्ड एंकर हैं, लेकिन आज आपकी बात की सुन के मुझे लग रहा है आप 16 साल के बच्चे की तरह बात कर रहे हैं. देखिए, बिल्कुल ये बात सही है कि वोट चोरी हो रही है और वोट चोर गद्दी छोड़ का नारा एक अच्छा नारा है, इसलिए कि चुनाव आयोग चोरी कर रहा है. ज्ञानेश कुमार गुप्ता देश के लोकतंत्र को बेच रहे हैं, संविधान को ताक पे रख दिया है. दलितों पे पूरे देश के अंदर अत्याचार हो रहा है. हरियाणा के अंदर एक आईपीएस को आत्महत्या करनी पड़ रही है. रायबरेली के अंदर एक हरिओम वाल्मीकि को मारा जा रहा है. मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर एक कुशवाहा जाति के आदमी को जूते में पानी पिलाया जा रहा है. पूरे देश के अंदर एंटी दलित एट्रोसिटीज बढ़ रही.
अच्छा प्रोफेसर साहब, आप सुन लीजिए. आपने बोला कि 16 साल के जो भी आपने कहा मुझे याद नहीं है, लेकिन अच्छा है कि एंकर युवा है 16 साल का. यहां तो युवा नेता है 50 के ऊपर के आपके नेता युवा हैं, बट मैं उसमें नहीं जाना चाहता. मुझे ये बताइए, अगर आप कह रहे हैं वोट चोर गद्दी चोर सही है और उसके हिसाब से प्रधानमंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए, तो आप रेवंत रेड्डी को भी बोलिए गद्दी से उतर जाने. अगर आपकी लड़ाई इलेक्शन कमीशन से है तो मोदी को क्यों बोल रहे हैं गद्दी छोड़ने?
देखिए, ऐसा है जो अभी कह रहे हैं ना केटीआर, यही बात तो राहुल गांधी कह रहे हैं, यही बात तो पूरा देश कह रहा है. अरे चुनाव ये राज्य सरकार नहीं डिसाइड करती वोटर लिस्ट, ये चुनाव आयोग करता है. ये ज्ञानेश कुमार तक जी की मशीनरी करती है. यही तो कह रहे हैं वोट चोरी हो रही है. केटीआर भी वही कह रहे हैं.
ओके, there is a difference, but before I bring in the BRS spokesperson, let's have Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, Pranesh, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, first of all, I really don't get all this brouhaha and media focus on Rahul Gandhi's foreign trips. I mean, so what? The man has a personal life, so let it be. It's not a crime for him to visit India every now and then and spend some time here, is it? So please, let him be. Look, Pranesh, and as far as you were saying that the World Bank and IMF has said that among large economy, India is the fastest growing on this planet Earth. यहीं पे तो आप चूक गए. राहुल गांधी जब डेड इकोनॉमी कह रहा है वो जुपिटर प्लेनेट की बात कर रहा है, अर्थ की बात नहीं कर रहा. So he is right. Look, you know Minister Hardeep Puri, he is known for his iconic turns of phrases and jibes. But honestly, nothing matches the following recent observation of his to me. That it is not that Rahul Gandhi does not have a brain. No. It is that his brain is unfortunately situated in the wrong part of his anatomy. 3 points here very briefly. Number one, as far as dead economy is concerned, last year saw independent India's highest ever GST collection, $270 billion. Highest ever vehicle sales, 25 million. Highest ever income tax payers, 104 million. Highest ever manufacturing PMI, 59.2. Highest ever exports, 825 billion. Highest ever jobs created, 46 million. Highest ever forex reserves, 704 billion. Highest ever Sensex, 85,900. Are these telltale signs, Pranesh, of a dead economy? Number two, it gets even better. The economic growth is inclusive. Since 2014, our GDP per capita PPP inflation adjusted has doubled to $11,000 US. In 2014, inflation was 10%. Today it is 2%. In fact, just today the report has come, it is 1.54%. ऐसा पहली बार हुआ है 17-18 सालों में inflation इतनी कम है. In 2014, multidimensional poverty as a percentage of population was 29%. Today it is 11%. Pranesh, we have literally pulled 250 million Indians out of abject poverty in the last 11 years. And according to the World Bank, India is the fourth most equal country in the world. India's Gini coefficient, a metric for inequality, is at its lowest ever, 0.25. Furthermore, share per adult of pre-tax national income of the bottom 50% using data from the Piketty has taken an upturn after it had reduced drastically during the UPA. But number three, here is the thing. Can India become a dead economy? The answer sadly is yes. Because it is Rahul Gandhi who opposes each and every crucial reform that we desperately need to keep our economy from dying. Who opposed the farm laws? Rahul Gandhi. Who opposed the land acquisition bill? Rahul Gandhi. Who opposes privatization? Rahul Gandhi. Who opposes privatization of the national banks? Rahul Gandhi. Each and everything that is going to catapult us to a developed country is opposed by Rahul Gandhi. No wonder he believes that India is a dead economy, because the brain is dead.
Now, while you were speaking, several hands went up. Dr. Joshi, I'll come to you, but let me please begin by comments from Mr. Krishant. Now, you've heard Professor Swami and Nikhil Jain. They are saying BRS is now latching on to Rahul Gandhi's campaign, that KTR is repeating what Rahul Gandhi had said.
Pranesh, if it is really the same, then Rahul Gandhi ji should speak about this. Why does he speak only in Bihar where Congress party has polls? And why doesn't he speak about Telangana? If he thinks that we are in support of his campaign, then he should take this as a bonus and he should speak about it. But there is pin drop silence on this issue. From Rahul Gandhi ji, number one, Revant Reddy has not responded, and the bypoll election in charges where Congress ministers are there have not spoken. Number one, the Congress candidate was caught distributing fake voter ID cards. Did the Congress party leadership respond about it? No, they have not responded. The Congress candidate deleted that social media post which clearly explains that he has committed an offense. Number one. Number two, while we are seeing about Rahul Gandhi ji, he speaks in election rallies. His party has done dinner events with politicians or their alliances, the INDA alliances. He has explained this, but he has not made the CAC. But our party leader has given every documentary evidence to the CEO. We have given, as an opposition party, we have identified 1900 dual votes, triple votes, and 1,000 votes of voters who are in different districts but enrolled here in Jubilee Hills, having a dual vote there and here. And the most important thing, Pranesh, let me tell you, what is the difference between Rahul Gandhi's campaign and here? The Congress party candidate of Jubilee Hills Bypoll, his own younger brother has 3 votes enrollment.
That is, according to Nikhil Jain, that would be magic of Rahul Gandhi. He thinks Rahul Gandhi is some magician. So, this is what Nikhil Jain would say. Professor Swami agrees with me. Tuhin Sinha, what do you make of this? Vote chori has boomeranged on Congress. The economy, as we obviously know, is not dead.
Well, good evening, Pranesh. Good evening, everybody. I am surprised. Why are you so aghast by the allegations of TRS? Congress party has a history of vote chori. Whether it was in 1975 when Indira Gandhi's own previous election from Rai Bareli was invalidated by the Allahabad High Court, whether it was the allegations of vote rigging by Congress party and National Conference in the 1987 Kashmir elections, which became the precursor to a fresh bout of militancy, Congress party has a history of vote chori. So number one, we should not be very surprised. In fact, in the last press conference on 18th September on this particular issue of vote chori, Rahul Gandhi, ended in such a fiasco that I have reasonable grounds to believe that even in the Aland elections in Karnataka, about which he was talking, Congress party has indulged in some amount of vote chori, which boomeranged upon them, which completely went wrong, because please note that after 1989, this was the first time in 2023 that they had won that seat. So number one, we should not be surprised. Rahul Gandhi is a master of fakery. He thrives on fakery and he cannot survive without fakery. When it comes to the economy, I think, not just the IMF projections. I think the entire GST, after the GST rationalization, the last 3 weeks, the kind of the increased consumption which this country has seen, we have proved that our economics, our fundamentals are so strong that no external challenge can inflict damage in the near term. And I think that is what should explain to Rahul Gandhi. In fact, he should apologize to everybody working in the semiconductor industry, in the manufacturing sector today. They are the contributors of this very thriving economy. And when Rahul Gandhi calls it dead economy, he's insulting everybody who's working day and night to make India a thriving economy.
We'll put that to Nikhil Jain and Professor Swami, but Dr. Joshi hasn't spoken yet. Dr. Joshi, as the, ex-alliance partner of the Congress party, how do you see this?
There are 2 points, Pranesh. First and foremost, a good evening and a happy Diwali in advance to each and everyone. The thing is, when we are talking about the economy, I made my position pretty clear in the past debates that we have organized, that Indian economy is certainly not dead, but it's definitely in a spot of bother, and I have my reasons to believe that. When we talk about the Gini coefficient, when we talk about the World Bank inequality index, we forget to mention the World Inequality Database. When we talk about the World Inequality Database, which is the most comprehensive database on the inequality across the globe, you see 77% of the wealth is with less than 10% of the Indian people, and the top 0.001% is holding more wealth. I'm talking about wealth, not about income. When we are talking about wealth, 0.001% is holding more wealth than the 50% bottom, and this is the World Inequality Database speaking. When we talk about the World Bank and IMF, we conveniently forget that the World Bank and IMF are the major financiers of the big infra projects, and they have been working in cohort or as a cohort with the economic hitman of the developed countries. So that is why when we are talking about the job generation, Anandji heartily mentioned that 4.6 million or 46 million, if I heard you right, 46 million jobs have been created. Now that is where my point of that is why my opposition lies with Anandji. When you talk about 46 million jobs, majority of those jobs are gig workers. That is the gig economy jobs. When you talk about semiconductor industry employs less than 2 lakh people overall, direct and indirect. And you conveniently forget the agrarian sector. How are you going to, I have always asked, the BRS spokesperson is here, how have you accounted for the shrimp export losses that the Telangana Rajya is going to face? What is the strategy of the government of India? Have you accounted? The Prime Minister talked about the
1 minute. What is the strategy of government of India is a fair question. But this, you can't be clubbed with, any other world leaders rant against India that our economy is dead. So it's a disservice. So, let's try and distinguish. Dr. Ranganathan is responding to what you said about him.
Now, very briefly, everyone knows I really have tremendous respect for Dr. Joshi, but unfortunately, केजरीवाल जी चले गए हो दिल्ली से, लेकिन उनकी आत्मा भटक रही है और इनके उसमें घुस गई है. अब IMF और वर्ल्ड बैंक भी मिले हुए हैं. They are also conspiring, giving out wrong figures. मतलब ये, where will it end, Dr. Joshi? What is right, please accept it. Number 2, when I quote the Clem's report that was instituted by the UPA and mandated by the RBI, it is quasi-independent report, Clem's report, and it says 46 million jobs. Now when you talk about electronics, please remember that 10 years ago, India had $7 billion in electronic exports. Shall I tell you, or will you tell me what is the figure now? It is upwards of $25 billion. अब वो एक्सपोर्ट क्या पंजाब से आ रहे हैं, केजरीवाल जी डाल रहे हैं, या लोग काम करके एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? प्लीज, when you go by data, please go by data, don't cherry pick. Thank you.
Dr. Joshi.
One counterpoint to what Mr. Ranganathan, has said. I also have the same amount of respect that he has for me. Let me quote the data that you believe the government of India data, sir. Right? 75,000 MSME sector, MSME industry enterprises have closed in last 5 years. 35,500 according to the government of India data. If you are not worried about that, I don't know what you are worried about. And as far as World Bank and IMF are concerned, we very well know on whose instructions, on which economic consultancy firms are working in collusion with the World Bank and IMF. You know better than me. I am a doctor. You are an author, an economist and whatnot. So just, be realistic for once.
Okay.
We have to address these factors and how the Prime Minister
let me just say this, while, the two doctors are at it, when Dr. Joshi said, let me counter Dr. Ranganathan, I thought he would counter your point about Kejriwal's Atma, but he has no problems with that. So, वो उन्होंने counter नहीं किया. So, I understand, Dr. Joshi, it's okay. It's a good thing to have your leader's Atma inside you. It's okay. But Professor Swami, मैं आपसे अब ये 16 साल 20 साल मत कीजिएगा सर प्लीज. राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि हरियाणा आईपीएस का जो सुसाइड था उसमें बोल दिया उन्होंने कि ये आरएसएस बीजेपी की साजिश है. वहां पे एक और पुलिसमैन ने सुसाइड कर लिया, उन्होंने अपने चिट्ठी में लिखा. तो आप देखिए क्लेम और काउंटर क्लेम्स कितना है, लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी भी उसको पेडल कर रही है. उसके बाद देखिए राहुल गांधी कहते हैं कि एटम बॉम्ब इन कर्नाटका, ईसीआई ने वोट चोरी किया. द रियलिटी इज दैट द कांग्रेस वन द मलूर सीट. उसके अलावा भी और भी डेटा है. देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स ऑन राहुल गांधी, ऑन विच राहुल गांधी हैज बीन फैक्ट चेक. Where will this stop? Where will you draw the line? What is the strategy of misleading the people?
प्रणेश, एक चीज का मुझे जवाब दीजिए. एक एडिशनल डायरेक्टर जनरल पुलिस डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन दे रहा है और लोगों को नेम कर रहा है. SC/ST एक्ट के तहत उनपे धारा भी बुक हो गई है, वो अरेस्ट नहीं हुए हैं. ये देखिए दलित उत्पीड़न का मामला है, ये एट्रोसिटीज अगेंस्ट दलित का मामला है. और जिस एएसआई ने सुसाइड किया है उसका इस केस से कोई लेना देना नहीं है.
नहीं तो एक मिनट, जिस एएसआई ने किया है उसके ह्यूमन राइट्स नहीं है. ही इज अ लेसर ह्यूमन बीइंग, समवन इज इज मोर इक्वल देन द अदर. प्रोफेसर स्वामी, क्या हो गया आपको सर? व्हाट आर यू, हाउ आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट दीज थिंग्स? 1 मिनट. और आप दलित की बात कर रहे हैं. वो 1 मिनट सर. राहुल गांधी, he went to the Hyderabad Central University. He said Rohit Vemula was killed because he was a Dalit. आप गूगल कीजिए राहुल गांधी ने क्या बोला था. You know what happened? The closure report by the Telangana government, Telangana police said Rohit Vemula was not a Dalit. क्यों झूठ बोलते हैं राहुल गांधी?
ST also, they are against OBC also. ये मनुवादी पार्टी है, ब्राह्मणिकल पार्टी है.
अरे ये आपके सरकार की क्लोजर रिपोर्ट है. आपकी सरकार भी मनुवादी है.
Despite the fact I'm a Brahmin, I oppose Brahminism. I oppose Manuwad. I'm a Brahmin. I oppose it.
Sir, that is not my question. My question is about Rohit Vemula. उन्होंने राहुल गांधी ने कह दिया कि वो दलित है इसीलिए उनकी हत्या हुई है, लेकिन वो दलित नहीं थे. ये झूठ क्यों बोलते हैं सर?
18 तारीख को जा रहे हैं रायबरेली में, जिस हरिओम वाल्मीकि को पीट के मार दिया, राहुल वहां जा रहे हैं. मोदी जी के पास टाइम नहीं है.
उसमें भी कोई आरएसएस बीजेपी लिंक नहीं है. आप गूगल कर लीजिए ना, जब तक शो चल रहा है आप गूगल कर लीजिए. प्रोफेसर स्वामी, तैयारी में कमी है. देखिए 16 साल 50 साल 60 साल मैटर नहीं करता. तैयारी जिसकी होगी वो जितनी आबादी उतना हक, वैसा नहीं है सर. जितनी उम्र उतना हक, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. बट निखिल, यू आंसर माई क्वेश्चंस. इज दिस नॉट एन आउट एंड आउट लाई अबाउट रोहित वेमुला, अबाउट दिस सुसाइड इन हरियाणा?
Pranesh, first of all, I don't know how we went from the economic discussion to this discussion, but just to answer your question, is it not a fact that the IG who committed suicide, he mentioned specific officers, he mentioned the DGP of Haryana and mentioned that he was facing caste persecution? Is it not true that the police is looking at the case like a suicide? Is it not true that it was all mentioned in the suicide note?
Has he mentioned RSS? 1 minute. Has the ADGP who passed away, who took his life, has he mentioned RSS BJP? Has he?
Don't we all know the kind of ideology RSS and the BJP are
ideology.
in the country?
Really? Ideology? Let's talk about ideology. Rohit Vemula, Rohit Vemula was called a Dalit by Rahul Gandhi. He was not a Dalit. Says the Telangana government report. Dr. Ranganathan, I'll come to you. Tuhin, you see, from Haryana to Andhra Pradesh to Uttar Pradesh, if there is a problem, RSS, BJP must own up.
Okay. Pranesh, I'm sure you are aware, Rahul Gandhi has about 20 cases filed against him for defamation, for demonizing institutions, for demonizing individuals without any evidence, and that includes RSS, that includes, Savarkar, whose family members have filed a case against him. So let me just caution, Rahul Gandhi's supporters over here. Rahul Gandhi has the luxury to get away with any kind of obnoxious statement. He has a legal team. You don't follow that line because you don't have a legal team. So unless you have evidence, please don't make these statements. And talking about evidence, let me come back to economy, because that is what we were discussing. एक कहावत है प्रनेश, प्रत्यक्ष को प्रमाण की जरूरत नहीं होती है. What is overtly visible does not require evidence. I was shocked. One of your panelists was insinuating that the IMF projections are manipulated. Don't we, haven't we seen that India's first GDP quarter one growth was 7.8%, way above 6.6%? Do they dispute that also? Do they contest that also? And are we not aware of the
don't take it so seriously. The person mistook IMF for some company in Nagpur. उनको लगा होगा कुछ Indian ये firm है IMF. Two firms can have the same name. It's okay. Yes, Professor Swami.
I am also cautioning the panelists who are here, who are saying that Rahul Gandhi's brain is at the wrong place. They will have to prove in the court of law. They will have to prove this in the court of law. And they will also get a defamation notice right from me.
Sir, defamation case में ये साबित करना होता है कि जो comment है वो गलत है. बाकी आप you have right to judicial recourse, Dr. Ranganathan.
Look, Swamiji is very welcome to file a defamation notice, but as I said, this is verbatim remark by the Minister Hardeep Puri. And if he brings a defamation notice, the court will surely ask Rahul Gandhi to appear, and there will be a medical checkup done. Now, is he ready for Rahul Gandhi to submit to a medical checkup to find out which part of the anatomy his brain is?
Okay. Professor Swami is saying something.
मैं ये कह रहा था आनंद जी से 2 करोड़ रुपए तैयार रखिएगा और आपको जमा कराने पड़ेंगे, नहीं तो वापसी मांगनी पड़ेगी. राहुल गांधी का दिमाग आपने कहा है ना गलत जगह पे है. You will have to prove in the court of law. It is a defamation.
सर लेकिन इंडिया में तो कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन फ्री और फेयर है नहीं, तो कोर्ट में क्यों जा रहे हैं सर? यू शुड गो टू यूनाइटेड नेशंस एंड क्लेम डैमेजेस.
डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की बात मानते नहीं. इस बार ट्रंप सरकार डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की बात मानते नहीं. आईएमएफ कह रहा है 0.2% से फोरकास्ट बढ़ गई है 6.8%.
अजय स्वामी, प्रोफेसर साहब 1 मिनट सुन लीजिए बिफोर वी मूव टू द सेकंड डिबेट. अभी आप बोल रहे हैं अब की बात ट्रंप सरकार, वो पता है आपको क्या कहा था प्रधानमंत्री ने? पूरा पढ़िए सर क्या कहा था. जैसे डॉक्टर रंगनाथन ने कोट किया है वो भी कोट कर रहे थे, लेकिन आप कोट तो मिसकोट करते हैं. देन यू थ्रेटन people of, you say that we will take you to court. Don't do this, sir. ऐसा, ये देखिए, Professor साहब, I have great respect for you, high regards for you. But, sir, you have to prepare better. You are there, not quite. And Nikhil, you were asking how have we reached, Haryana and Rohit Vemula. It is Rahul Gandhi's magic wand. What does one say? So, let's leave it at this. I thank some of you for joining us on debate number 1, viewers. Let's quickly shift our focus.